Get out? You can kick me out of our house. I pay rent.
Oh please. We've just moved into this place and you were delinquent on our payments and who had to cover the bill? So technically I am the only one paying rent.
Why are you bringing up old stuff?
You're deflecting from the real issue. Stop trying to change the subject, you fluffhead.
Has it really resorted to name-calling? I am not the only one in this room who has fluffer brains.
I guess I do have fluffer brains to put up with your double stitching, but silly me to think you would ever get serious about us. Or anything for that matter.
Ooh, that's what it comes down to. I am not as mature as your ex-boyfriend, the Desert Dynamo with the Kung Fu grip. Real man dolls are not made of plastic in a factory. They're made with needles and fabric. Hardcore fabric.
At least he knew how to treat a doll. You are too cheap to even take me to a real restaurant. And then you wouldn't let me order a dessert.
Look, I told you you can supersize it. Why are you making such a big deal out of everything? It's not that serious.
It's that kind of attitude that just makes me want to beat the stuffing out of you. You are really starting to wind my fabric into a knot.
How can you tell? Your needlework is always in a bunch. At least Sheila doesn't talk as much as you do.
That's because she is too busy getting stitched up with every sour piece of sackcloth she comes in direct contact with.
This sour piece of sackcloth puts a thimble on your finger. That's more than what your hypocrite of an ex-boyfriend would ever do for you. And yet I have to deal with all of your excessive nagging and you give me fluff because I still want to hang out with my homies.
First of all, you got this thimble from a thrift store, not from a real department store. Secondly, our breakup was mutual, and it is none of your business. And furthermore, nobody is trying to keep you from hanging out with your homies. What I don't appreciate is you lying to me about seeing another doll and possibly coming home one day giving me bed bugs or lice because you choose to stitch with a cheap trinket.
Better a cheap trinket than a dead doll. And your ex-boyfriend couldn't commit to you because he and his parents prefer plastic dolls and not cloth dolls. He liked you enough to try stitching with you, but face it, he was a prejudiced moldhead who was all plastic and no brains. In the end he traded you in for a designer Barbie doll. Didn't think I knew about that, huh?
Ugh. Stitch. I am only 2 seconds away from cutting you.
Nobody is afraid of your idle threats, woman.
Believe me, it isn't an idle threat. It is a promise. Now, before I impale you with my fabric scissors, I will advise you pack up your scraps and get fluff out of here.
All right. Fine. I'll go. Since it's all evil Stitch's fault why this relationship sucks cotton balls. If you even care to know, I'll be at Patch's house.
Goodbye. Loser.